AI is already writing code, analyzing data, drafting documentation, and doing in minutes what used to take engineers hours. Meta is reportedly cutting up to 20% of its workforce, partly because AI is letting them do more with fewer people. Amazon cut 16,000 jobs, Block cut nearly half its staff, and this is just 2026. So if you're in tech or trying to get into tech, the most important question you can ask right now is which roles are actually safe. I'm a software engineer at Meta, and in this video I'm going to give you the tech jobs that are most resistant to AI replacement between now and 2030, why they're safe, what they pay, and how to position yourself to get into them. If you want to know exactly where to build your career so AI works for you instead of against you, stay until the end. So firstly, you need to understand what AI is actually good at replacing. It's good at repetitive, rule-based tasks with predictable outputs, code that follows established patterns like boilerplate code, CRUD operations, or simple scripts, data summarization and basic reporting, documentation generation, and anything where the input and output are well defined. What AI can still not do well is own accountability when things go wrong, make judgment calls with incomplete or ambiguous information, understand the full business and human context behind a technical decision, navigate unpredictable real-world environments, and build trust with people. So the pattern is really clear here. If a job is predictable and rule-based, AI can automate it, but if a job requires human judgment, accountability, and complex decision-making, AI assists, but it's not going to replace it. And BCG research actually shows that roles with less than 40% task automation potential are the least likely to face material disruption through 2030. The roles on this list all fall into that category. So the first one is going to be Cybersecurity Engineer. This is the single most AI-proof role in all of tech. Cybersecurity job growth is projected at 33% from 2023 to 2033, one of the fastest growing fields in existence. AI-powered attacks increase significantly in 2025, and the more AI advances offensively, the more human defenders are needed. AI can detect anomalies and flag threats, but humans decide the response strategy, and that accountability cannot be automated. There's new roles that are actively emerging, like AI Security Analyst, AI Security Engineer, securing LLM deployments against prompt injection, and AI-specific attacks. Now, why it's safe through 2030 is because the threat landscape evolves constantly, and AI cannot adapt to novel attacks the way humans can. There's also regulated industries like finance, healthcare, and government that do require human accountability for security decisions by law. And also the attacker-defender dynamic means that demand for human expertise grows as AI tools on both sides get more powerful. So the salary range for cybersecurity is around 118K to 190K plus, depending on your level and your specialization. Now the next AI-proof role is going to be a software architect or systems architect. Not all software engineering is equal when it comes to AI risk. There's junior coding tasks like writing boilerplate, implementing known patterns, simple features. These are being automated, but software architecture is a completely different job. Architects design the large-scale structure of systems and cloud infrastructure. They work on trade-off decisions, failure modes, scalability planning, and future-proofing. AI can suggest patterns, but it can't fully understand enterprise levels complexity or the organizational context behind architectural decisions. Why this is safe through 2030 is because every system has unique constraints, history, and political realities that only a human embedded into the organization can actually navigate. A wrong architectural decision costs millions, and that accountability is going to stay with humans. The more AI tools get integrated into software stacks, the more human architects are actually needed to design those systems around them. So the salary range for this role is around 150K to 250K plus. The trajectory here is that AI automates more junior coding work, and as that happens, the engineers who survive and command the highest salaries are going to be the ones who move up the abstraction ladder, so from writing code to designing systems. The next AI-proof role is going to be an AI or ML engineer. Now this is the most obvious one, and the numbers do back it up. AI and ML job postings grew 163% from 2024 to 2025. You simply cannot automate the people building and maintaining AI systems. AI does not manage itself. Forward deployed engineers and AI ML specialists are called the hottest jobs in tech right now. So what do these roles actually do? They build, deploy, and maintain AI models in production. They integrate LLMs into existing products and infrastructure. They build systems, fine-tune models, and manage model lifecycle. And they also bridge the gap between AI research and real-world business applications. Why this is safe through 2030 is because the demand for engineers who can build with AI is growing faster than the supply. This is a decade-long infrastructure build-out. Companies are spending $600 billion plus on AI data centers. And also the engineers who understand how AI systems systems actually work will be the most valuable people in tech. The salary range for this role is around 134K to upwards of 193K, and the entry point here is that you don't need to be an AI researcher currently. Being a solid software engineer who can work with AI APIs, build LLM-powered applications, and understand model deployment is enough to get into this category in 2026. Now, the next AI-proof role is going to be a DevOps or platform engineer. Infrastructure and automation roles are counterintuitively safe. DevOps teams are becoming platform engineering teams. They're building internal developer platforms and integrating AI into CI/CD pipelines. AI actually increases the need for DevOps. Every new AI system needs infrastructure, deployment pipelines, monitoring, and reliability engineering. Kubernetes, cloud infra, and observability work do require human judgment about system reliability and trade-offs. Now, why DevOps is safe through 2030 is because the more AI tools companies deploy, the more infrastructure they need to run them. Platform engineers are building the foundation that AI runs on. That's not going away. And complex distributed systems have failure modes that require human expertise to diagnose and resolve. The salary range for this role is around 118K to upwards of 175K. And there is a cert play here as well because the CKA or the Certified Kubernetes Administrator cert and the AWS DevOps Engineer cert position you directly for these roles. And by the way, if you want the exact resume template I used to get hired at Meta, click the first link in the description and I'll send it to you for free. But for now, let's get back to the video. Now, the next AI-proof role is going to be a data engineer role, and that's not data analyst. That's an important distinction because those aren't the same roles. Basic data reporting and dashboards is being automated, but data engineering is building the pipelines that feed AI systems. That's extremely safe and in massive demand. Why data engineers specifically is because AI systems need clean, structured, accessible data to function. Data engineers build the infra that makes that possible. Also, companies want to adopt AI, but their data is messy, and data engineers are going to be the people who can fix that. Roles managing data integrity, security, and accessibility now top hiring managers' lists in 2026. Why this role is safe through 2030 is because the demand for data engineers who can build pipelines for ML models, work with vector databases, and handle real-time streaming is growing faster than the supply. AI provides outputs, but humans provide the infra that makes those outputs possible and reliable. The salary range for data engineer roles is around 110K to upwards of 175K. Okay, so now let's talk about the roles that are not safe because to be honest, some tech roles are at real risk. Junior generalist software engineers doing routine feature work are being compressed by AI coding tools. Manual QA testers are largely automated already, and basic data analysts doing standard reporting are being replaced by AI-generated dashboards. And also technical writers for standard documentation, AI generates first drafts way faster and cheaper. This doesn't mean that these jobs will disappear overnight, but the demand for them is declining, and salaries are also going to reflect that. So if you're in one of these roles, the move here is to specialize upward into one of the more AI-proof categories. Now, every role on this list shares the same characteristics. Human judgment is required when things go wrong. Accountability cannot be delegated to a system. The products are novel, evolving, and unpredictable. And deep contextual knowledge of the specific organization, system, or threat landscape matters. And finally, AI is a tool that's used by the person in the role. It's not a replacement for them. So the career strategy for 2026 through 2030 is going to be to move up the abstraction ladder. So that means from writing code to designing systems, and from executing tasks to owning decisions. You want to specialize in domains where AI creates more demand for humans. So areas like cybersecurity, AI ML, and platform engineering. And you also want to become the person who knows how to use AI tools better than anyone else on your team, because that person is not going to be replaced. They simply just become more valuable. So those are the best AI-proof tech jobs to build your career around between now and 2030, and the framework for thinking about which roles stay safe as AI gets more capable. The people who thrive in the next 5 years won't be the ones who ignored AI or the ones who got replaced by it. They'll be the ones who position themselves in roles where AI makes them more powerful, not more replaceable. If you want to take the next step, click the first link in the description and grab the exact resume template I used to get hired at Meta. It's completely free. And if you're not ready for that yet, I highly recommend watching the video on screen next, where I break down what working at Meta is actually like. Because understanding what these top tech jobs really look like from the inside is going to help you decide if this is the path that you actually want to go down. Thanks for watching, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.